Hi, my name is Becky House, and I'm the Education Director for American Financial Solutions. We're a nonprofit credit counseling agency and a division of North Seattle Community College Foundation. In today's video, we're going to talk about the importance of credit and how to read a credit report. A good credit history is essential if you want to fulfill your dreams and keep more of your money in your pocket. Financing a home or a car can be extremely difficult, if not impossible, when you have no credit or poor credit. Since such expenditures are long-term in nature, it is easy to understand that a lender will want to examine your credit history before considering you a good candidate for a loan. But there are other reasons besides borrowing money that make having a good credit rating important. For example, if you want to rent a house or an apartment, want to turn on utilities, open a cable or a cell phone account, or obtain auto insurance, all of these businesses often check someone's credit before providing services. Negative credit may result in higher deposits or in a denial. And in some cases, employers may check a credit record prior to an offer of employment. In short, your energy in establishing good credit will reduce stress and provide you with long-term peace of mind. A credit report is the key between obtaining credit and showing a lender that you know how to manage credit and debt. When someone applies for a loan or an apartment or any of the items we previously talked about, they're typically required to complete an application. Part of that application includes explaining how much income they have coming in and where it comes from, and the other important factor is allowing the business to access their credit report. The credit report is an important tool that allows the creditor to review how we manage our credit and debts. You can think of it a bit like a financial report card. There are three major credit bureaus who compile information about our borrowing and repayment histories. These are Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Each credit bureau works independently, and each structures their report in a slightly different way. It's very important that you become familiar with the contents of all three of your credit reports, and it is your right under the law. The Fair and Accurate Credit Transaction Act, referred to as the FACT Act, allows you to obtain one free credit report from each major credit bureau once per year. You're allowed to receive more than one report per year, but the bureaus may charge a nominal fee for each report beyond the free one. It's also important to note that checking your own credit report does not have any negative impact on your credit report or your credit score. We'd like to encourage you to get all three of your credit reports from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Here are a few reasons why you should review these reports at least once per year. With all of the data that is received by the credit bureaus, mistakes are bound to happen. These may be minor ones, such as misspellings, or more major ones that can affect your ability to maintain your credit. You're in the best position to determine the accuracy of the report, and you have the most to gain by correcting errors. The credit report may also indicate that attempts have been made to steal your identity, an incorrect address, for example, or an unknown credit card listed on your credit report. Your credit report is of most importance when you're planning to borrow money. The status of your credit may be a factor in determining the interest rate that a bank or a mortgage company charges for your loan and in determining whether your loan application will be approved at all. Finally, the credit report will indicate who is looking at your credit. Companies can make inquiries to either review your credit status or to evaluate you as a candidate for promoting their product to you. To receive your free report, visit www.annualcreditreport.com or call the number listed in the table on the screen. This is an internet site that allows you to access your free annual credit report once per year from each of the three credit bureaus. There are other sites that may offer free credit reports, but this is the only official site. If another site offers to provide your credit report for free, be sure to check their credentials, and if they ask for a credit card number, be very wary. Credit reports can also be acquired by contacting each of the major credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. These phone numbers and websites are also shown on the screen. However, these reports are generally not free. You can choose to receive your reports by telephone or by mail, but the most efficient method is by internet access. Using a computer connected to the internet, you can have your credit report in your hands within about 5 minutes. Whether you require your credit report by phone, by mail, or via the internet, you'll need to provide certain types of information that the credit bureaus need in order to identify you so that the correct report can be generated. It is generally a 3-step process. Enter certain information about yourself, confirm your identity, and view your report. Before you log in, it's important to have some general information because you will be asked to prove your identity. Here are some of the questions you'll be asked: your name, your date of birth, your social security number, and your current address. You'll also be required to enter some data that only you should know. These items may vary but could include the street name, town, or zip code of a previous residence, the name of a company or bank that issued you a credit card or a loan in the past, the name of your mortgage company or monthly payment, the name of your car loan company or monthly payment. Once you've confirmed your identity, you'll view the report you selected. Here's an outline of the contents of a credit report. Your personal information: name, social security number, records on file of previous addresses, and sometimes your employer information. This is very important information because it represents you. This is information that if it is incorrect, you cannot dispute it online. You will need to call or write the credit bureaus and provide information that verifies what you are saying is accurate. Your account history section shows how we pay our bills. Do we consistently pay on time, occasionally miss payments, or do we have accounts that have gone past due and been sent to collections? You can view this information in a summarized fashion or in detail. For example, you can find out if your payments to your Visa card have been made on time, or look at the details of individual payments you have made to your Visa provider. As you can see by this example, accounts must be at least 31 days past due in order for a creditor to report them to the credit bureaus as past due. Late payments are noted in terms of 30-day increments, 30, 60, 90, etc. Typically at 180 days, most creditors have charged off an account, meaning they believe they will not be paid and are sending the account to a third-party collection agency. You may also have a section showing accounts that are in a negative standing. These would include accounts that have been sent to that third-party collection agency or accounts that were included in a bankruptcy. Negative items in the account history section may remain on a credit report for 7.5 years from the time that the account goes past due. That is, the original account goes past due. The inquiries section is where requests to view your credit reports by credit providers, landlords, insurance companies, and other parties may be listed. There are generally 2 types of inquiries: account review or promotional inquiries and credit request inquiries. An account review inquiry is usually from a company with whom you already have an account. They are verifying that your credit is still in good standing and may be considering offering you other services or products. A promotional inquiry is one in which a company is evaluating your suitability for future credit. They may be planning to send you an offer for a credit card or other service. A credit request or hard inquiry is one in which you made an application to open a credit card, line of credit, secured or unsecured loan, or a rental account. Inquiries remain on a credit report for 2 years. Public record information. This information typically has the most negative impact on a credit report. If you have an existing lien against your property, or have missed child support payments, or filed for bankruptcy, these items will be displayed on your credit report. This negative information typically remains on a credit report for 7 years, however, bankruptcy remains for 10 years from the filing date. Finally, contact information on a credit report. The credit report will provide information on how you can contact the credit bureaus in case of errors in the report. Before we go, I'd like to cover disputing information in a credit report. Nearly 1 in 4 adults in the U.S. have an error on their credit report. This may be an error that is significant enough to cause credit issues and even interfere with employment opportunities. If you have downloaded the credit report from the internet, you will find a link on the report for disputing items contained in it. Click the link and follow the instructions. You may be directed to an 800 number for reporting the dispute. When you call, you will probably be asked for your social security number and the file number from your credit report. The credit bureau technician will then be able to view your report on screen, and you can indicate which items appear to be in error. The resolution of the dispute may take up to 60 days, but you will have some type of response within 30 days. That is the law. The credit bureau will contact you with the results of the review. If the creditor agrees the item is an error, you are entitled to a free report so that you can verify the information has been removed. If the credit bureau states that the creditor verified the information is correct and you disagree, you can report the issue to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and the Federal Trade Commission. You can also add a statement to your credit report that states that you disagree with the item. The statement can only be 100 words. You send the statement to the credit reporting agency and ask that it be added to your credit report. In summary, our credit is important for many reasons. Of course, if we want to borrow money, but also for other needs that are part of our everyday lives, like renting a house or apartment, or even turning on utilities. There is a central location that you can access all of your credit reports once per year for free, annualcreditreport.com. Take the time to review the report, and if you find information that appears to be incorrect, dispute those items. You're in the best position to know what should and should not be included in your credit report. Use your rights under the FACT Act to ensure that you are represented fairly. Again, I'm Becky House with American Financial Solutions, and we look forward to working with you.